I greet my viewers with this liberal message from such an outstanding politologist like me, Armen Akhnoujian. Actually, I want to comment on that tragic demise of great American singer Michael Jackson, which I found a horrible personal tragedy in myself. I used to be a fan of Michael Jackson. I like his songs, no matter if you're black or white, or I'm Bad. There was his song, one popular song of the 80s, I'm Bad. I used to be his fan and used to listen to most of Michael Jackson's hits. Sometimes, I was appalled by Michael Jackson, by his passion to live in luxury mansions and live like a king, with $1 million fortunes, and have a great mansion with a huge clock on it, like he used to have at mansion with a number of juveniles, came to see his roller coaster park, that was situated in his on the grounds of his mansion. And I believe that Michael Jackson was always surrounded by that black goons, and he was actually always surrounded by some mobsters or gangsters, and he had unfortunately bad ambience and corrupt influence of mafia, because he used to live in luxury mansions with hundreds of rooms and kind of royal kind of suites, and he used to be too rich for a singer. Well, our singers, they never had such a luxury accommodations. They never had royalty status like Michael Jackson had. They never wore pseudo-military suits like Michael Jackson did. Although Michael Jackson was a great star, he unfortunately died with overdose of psychiatric medications and painkillers like Xanax, Depravil, with surgical operations, anesthetic, and also Xanax, Depravil and Zoloft. With psychiatric medication we used to treat depression. But I believe that surgical anesthetic was really extremely dangerous, medical compound, biological compound that used only for to induce unconsciousness in a person. It doesn't use to treat any kind of pain, none whatsoever. So I believe it was likely to be a suicide on part of Michael Jackson, or somebody set him up or tried to kill him like that, because he owed mobs his money, and they believe that whoever with his close ambience who wanted to lend him mafia money, narco mafia money, they actually murdered him with surgical anesthetic, because they believed they could benefit from Michael Jackson as being worth more after his death than before. By killing him, he probably could boost his sales or his records. By killing him, they could gain access to his inheritance. And I believe that unfortunately Michael Jackson, just like another American movie star Elvis Presley, who was great king of rock and roll, and another American motion picture star Marilyn Monroe, they all died with narcotic overdose. And I believe those people were actually borrowing money from narco mafia and signed their last will, in order to inherit, so that those mobsters could inherit their fortune. So mobsters were interested in their deaths, and we were unaware of the fact that they were laundering, narco mafia was laundering money for those singers who were sometimes involved in drug dealing, like Elvis Presley, went to court, was indicted on charges of drug trafficking once in Honolulu. And then it happened that Marilyn Monroe was suffered overdose death with narcotics, and I believe that Elvis Presley became a narco mobster by the end of his life. He died at the age of 37 years, as he actually was involved with borrowing money from narco mafia and paying for his fame. I believe it still was famous. Michael Jackson was paid by corrupt money, and they paid so much money with narco mobsters, to advertise him on public television, on many channels. They paid so much money to make him famous, So he made a deal with narco mafia. Those guys, with black mobsters, surrounded him, and was kept him under their convoy like he was a prisoner. He never went anywhere independently. He always was surrounded by either drivers or bodyguards who was fixed black narco mobster posters. I don't know, but looked like those guys were fixed goons of narco mafia. Actually, was the one who controlled him, who pushed him around. And he never was an independent person. Or Michael Jackson practically was creation of those rich imperialist music or TV station like Sony station and stuff like that. It's because Michael Jackson, unfortunately, was even involved in charges of pederasty. Los Angeles Times wrote an article about Michael Jackson serving a small time in Santa Barbara County Jail, and he was actually was blamed for being a pederast, and two small boys testified against him that he was actually masturbating their penises by his hand. And I believe that Michael Jackson was acquitted of all charges, but still, I don't know if it's there was ample evidence to have him convicted, but still I believe that he was above the law or something like that. He sounded like, according to Los Angeles Times edition, that there was ample evidence to have him convicted on pederasty charges, but he still was acquitted by a jury. I don't know. Will probably excuse him whatever his peccadillos were or his pedophilia case was. I also believe that, let me return to another issue, that Cold War between Russia and America. Yeah, Cold War should actually come to an end, according to Democratic President Barack Obama, which I highly applaud and approve of as a democratic leader of America who wants to bring universal health care, even provided by the government, that still will help to reduce the healthcare costs. Well, healthcare costs will be paramount, and most companies, private companies, sometimes are unable to pay for healthcare expenses, and small businesses are unable to pay for healthcare. None of them insure American workers, none at all. They don't care any expenses. So, and those private companies sometimes need to be regulated, as they refuse to pay the bills of the insurance plans. So those people who paid off thousands of dollars into an insurance fund didn't get no health care. It means the capitalist system fails to fight against fraud in healthcare. So hopefully situation will change with universal health care offered by Democratic President Barack Obama, whom I'm the greatest fan.